What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in the building, man, and today I got another very special banger lined up for y'all, man. I got the top 3 best rarest centers in NBA 2K21 on next gen. I already brought y'all the top 3 best rarest centers on current gen, so y'all know today that I am just going to be bringing y'all another banger, man. I first want to say, before we get into any making of these builds, thank y'all so much to the Rich Gang family, man, for always showing up, always showing out. We used to literally be at 0 subs, and now we are at 2,000 plus supporters in the building, man. Without y'all, it would not be possible. So let's go ahead and get into the making, man, of this build. First, what you want to go ahead and do is put it under the center position. Now, when it comes to the height, weight, and wingspan, I don't know if y'all were paying attention, but if you weren't, these are really going to be adjustable. I'm going to be going with the height of 6'9". When it comes to the weight, you can go with the lowest at 215, or you can try to change it up. And then when it comes to the wingspan, I'm going to be going with 7'6". But before we get into these stats, man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, and I would highly appreciate it if y'all dropped a like on this banger. It helps me out so much. Let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of these stats now. When it comes to the close shot, put this to a 47. Driving layup can only go to a 70. Same thing with the driving dunk. And then when it comes to the standing dunk, put this to a 69. Post control is going to go up to a 71. And that's going to give us the 4 finishing badges that we want. When it comes to the shooting, go ahead and put the mid-range shot to a 71. Three-pointer is going to be a 69, and then when it comes to the free throw, put this to a 91 for 10 badges on the shooting side. Then when it comes to the playmaking, put your pass accuracy to a 78. Ball handle will be a 71, and speed with ball is going to be at a 72 for 16 playmaking badges. Then when it comes to the defense, put your interior to an 82. Perimeter will be a 79. When it comes to the steal, go ahead and put this to a 55. Our block is going to be pretty high at an 85. And then when it comes to the defensive rebound, go ahead and put this to a 90 for 16 defensive badges, y'all. So, of course, with these builds, we are actually going to be able to make a couple minor adjustments if you want to go ahead and do that route. But again, if you go ahead and do this, you are going to be risking changing up the build name. So again, it just comes down to how comfortable you are with doing this. Then when it comes to the physicals, we're actually going to be able to max out our speed at 78. Acceleration will be maxed out at 75. Strength is going to stay at a 62. Vertical will be an 86, and our stamina is going to hit that 60 mark, y'all. So again, it comes down to what you are more comfortable with. If you feel like you want to go higher or lower than a 60 stamina, feel free to do so. But as you can see with these takeovers, we actually get the playmaking, we get the lockdown, rim protecting, as well as the glass cleaning, y'all. Technically, these are 3 lockdown takeovers. The glass cleaning you can use for offensive, but again, these are literally the best takeovers that you can possibly unlock for any center build. The first takeover that I'm going to go with is going to be team ratings boost. The second one, stuff blocks. And as y'all can see, we have made the point center, y'all. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the second build that we are actually going to be getting into. I got the back to basket big with the sharpshooting takeover, y'all. Now, if you watch my first video of the top 3 best race centers on current gen, you would recognize the back to basket big from current gen, y'all. We also are going to be able to get the sharpshooting takeover on current as well as next gen. So that is something that I really like about this build. Similarities on both versions of this game. And to be real with y'all, in my opinion, I truly believe that every single build, well, I shouldn't say every single, most builds on next gen are going to be a lot better than the builds on current gen. So if you see any of these stats looking different when compared to builds on current, that is why. We are actually able to get a lot more stats and work with these builds when it comes to next gen compared to the current. So let's go ahead and get into the making of this build now. The first thing that you want to go ahead and do, of course, if you were paying attention, this is going to be a center position. Now, I am sure that you can make this build under the power forward, but again, in my opinion, it's not going to be worth it. You will definitely be getting different stats as well as different badges. Even takeovers are something that you can take into consideration. Now, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of the height, weight, and wingspan. So, these are really going to be optional, but when it comes to this build, I'm going to leave it at 7 feet exactly. Then when it comes to the weight, I'm going to be going with 249, and the wingspan, again, this is going to be adjustable based on your preference. I'm going to leave it at 7'6", and then when it comes to the body shape, I'm going to be going with is burly. So let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of these stats. Remember that every single thing that goes into any of these builds are going to be crucial, and they are there for a specific reason. So when it comes to the finishing, go ahead and max out your close shot at a 95. Driving layup is going to go up to a 75. Driving dunk, 74. Standing dunk, a 95, and then when it comes to the post control, this is going to be a 95 as well. So we're going to get 30 badges for the finishing. Then when it comes to the shooting, our mid-range is going to go up to a 79. Same thing with the three-pointer. If you go over the 79 mark for the shooting, you're going to change up the build name, except when it comes to the free throw. When it comes to the mid-range and three-pointer, you have to keep these at a 79. But the good thing here is that we are actually still going to be able to hit free throws as well as get those 11 shooting badges. Skip the playmaking for this build. Put your interior defense to a 77. Perimeter will be a 60. Steal is going to be a 40. And then when it comes to your block and both of your reboundings, put these all to a 79. And that's going to give us 10 defensive badges. Now when it comes to the physicals, max out your speed, acceleration. Strength is essentially going to be 99. Vertical you can put up if you want to, but you have to make a couple adjustments on this build. So as you can see, I truly want to maintain that 60 stamina, so I did make a couple minor adjustments just to do so, but as long as you follow this setup, you're going to be perfectly fine. As y'all can see, we get the sharpshooting takeovers as well as the post scoring. So I really like this build because both of the takeovers we get are going to be offensive, so this would be a really nice 1v1 court build. The first takeover I'm going to go with is going to be power backdowns. You can double up on the post scoring if you want to, but I'm going to go with spot up precision. And as y'all can see, we have made the back to basket big, y'all. So if you made it this far, I just want to say thank y'all so much. Go ahead and drop down a comment if you are still watching. I saved the best build for last. I got the Playmaking 5, and with this build, the takeovers that we're going to be getting is going to be the glass cleaning. So the reason why I saved this build last is truly because of the name and everything that goes into it when it comes to the stats as well as the badges. I feel like honestly, this is one of the better, well-rounded center builds. Again, that's just on my preference. I'm going to be bringing y'all more of the top 3, top 5, and top 10, so do not worry, I will be bringing y'all more center builds. If y'all want that, go ahead and drop a like down right now. That helps me out so much. But so far, between the first two builds, let me know right now in the comment section which one you guys will be making first and why. Which one out of the 3 at the end of the video, let me know, is going to be your preference. But man, let's go ahead and get right into it now. So I'm going to go ahead and give y'all a quick test. Which position are we going to be making this build out of? If you answered correctly, you already know we're going to be making it out of the center position. Let's go ahead and get into the height, weight, and wingspan now. Like I tell y'all, these are going to be optional. It comes down to your preference as well as what you like when it comes to the physical side of this build. So with the height that I'm going to be going with, again, this is going to be adjustable. I would go somewhere between 6'9" or even 7 feet, y'all. But over 7 feet, I feel like you're risking a lot on this build and it's not worth it. Now, when it comes to the weight, I'm going to go with 215, and the wingspan I'm going to go with is going to be at 7'1". We still get some really nice finishing as well as shooting stats, and on top of that, we get some really nice defense as well. So let's go ahead and get into the breakdown. The first thing that you want to go ahead and do is touch the finishing category. Go ahead and max out your driving layup as well as your driving dunk. Both of these are going to be 92 and 91. And on top of that, we are actually going to be getting some post control added to our game. Put this to a 79 for 12 finishing badges. Now, when it comes to the shooting, go ahead and put this to an 82 for your mid-range as well as your three-pointer. And then when it comes to the free throw, this is really going to be based all on your preference. I'm going to put it where I get 20 shooting badges. Now let's go ahead and get into the playmaking side of things. Pass accuracy will be an 86. Ball handle will be a 72. And our speed with ball is a 72 as well for another 24 badges on the playmaking side. Then when it comes to the perimeter defense, this is going to be a 79. Steal is going to be a 76. The block is going to be maxed out at 93. And then when it comes to the defensive rebound, go ahead and put this all the way up to a 91. Go ahead and bring up the offensive rebound to a 67 and put the interior all the way up to a 34. That's going to give us 16 defensive badges. Go ahead and max out the speed, acceleration. Now, you can make this build to where you put all the strength up or you take it down. I'm going to put it to where I get an 80 strength, 86 vertical, and we still maintain the 65 stamina, y'all. So honestly, this has to be the best center build that I have seen. Playmaking 5, literally the stats are solid, badges and everything that goes into it. And as y'all can see, we get the slashing, sharpshooting, playmaking, and glass cleaning takeover. So go ahead and comment down below which build out of these 3 y'all are going to make. I already know out of all 3 of them, in my opinion, my favorite that does not have to do with any of the names is going to be the Playmaking 5 because of how well this build is built. Now, the takeover I'm going to go with is going to be finishing moves as well as glass cleaning dimes. And as y'all can see, we have made the Playmaking 5, y'all. Shout out to the Rich Gang as well as any new supporters for watching this entire video through. I truly appreciate it. But man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. To the Rich Gang as well as any new supporters, I would appreciate if y'all dropped a like. It helps me out so much. Go ahead and share this banger with your family and friends. And last but not least, go ahead and turn on post notice so y'all can catch me in tomorrow's banger as well. Man, with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.